Hey, what's up guys, it's Disturbed, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about two of the new gear sets that are going to be added to the game come this Tuesday with update 1.2. The reason I'm talking about these two specifically and not the other two sets is because I think the other two have potential to be kind of good and maybe usable, and these two are pretty much just not going to be used at all, similar to how, Path of the Nomad was generally not used by anybody because the stats on it just weren't that good. So I'm going to start off with Hunter's Faith. Now, a lot of people have hoped that this set's going to be really good, but truthfully I don't see any reason in using it. Now, when you first see it, it doesn't seem that bad. You get an extra 20% marksman rifle critical hit damage for the 2-piece, and for the 3-piece you get 20% damage to elites. The 4-piece isn't the best, but you could easily just make a build using 3 pieces of the set. The 4 set just increases your armor when shooting at people depending upon the distance you shot them from, and I really don't see this being used because the second you get shot, that armor bonus goes away, so that basically makes it useless in PvP. And I mean, like, why would you need extra armor in a sniper set? I don't know, it's confusing, but the 4 set is besides the point. I just want to focus on the 3 set today. So a lot of people are saying that they will be using 4 set Sentry while using 2-piece Hunter's Faith, or 3-piece Sentry and 3-piece Hunter's Faith. Now that would be a good combo, don't get me wrong, but why do that when you can just use 2-piece Striker or 3-piece Striker? The reason I'm saying this is because 2-piece Striker gives 20% enemy armor damage, which is easily more than 20% critical hit damage, because your critical hit damage is already over 100% generally speaking if you have critical hit damage on all your gear. So 20% isn't really that much of a massive number. Also, you can put like 31% on just a magazine. But on the other hand, 20% enemy armor damage actually takes all of your damage into account, and then it buffs it by 20%. So let's say you're critting for 1,000,000. If you put an extra 20% critical hit damage on that, you won't be critting for that much more since you're already over 100%, so it's not actually increasing that number by 20%. And with enemy armor damage, if you are critting for 1,000,000 with the extra 20%, you'll be critting for 1.2 million, so it's way better than the 20% critical hit damage. Also, on Hunter's Faith, the 2-piece only works with marksman rifles, so you can't be using as your secondary an SMG with that also, so that's another downside. Also, the 3-piece gives you 20% damage to elites, but you have to use the 3-piece just to get that, and it would be kind of a waste because the 2-piece isn't all that much better. And as I said before, why wouldn't voice crack as fuck, why wouldn't you just use 3-set Sentry instead? You get 20% enemy armor damage, which is basically the same thing as damage to elites, and you get a 50% critical hit damage bonus instead of a 20% critical hit damage bonus. It's essentially the same exact thing, but way better. So I really don't see the point in pairing Hunter's Faith with Sentry's Call when you can just use Striker's Battlegear. So I hope that this set actually really does get buffed, because, or they end up making the 4 set a lot better so that this set actually gets used. But for now I see it as a useless set since I have plenty of Striker's pieces, and it's just really not better. Like, Striker is essentially the same exact thing but just way better. Anyways, I'm going to move on to the next set that I think is pretty damn garbage, actually way worse than the Hunter's Faith one, because Hunter's Faith you can actually use if you don't have Striker. This one I just don't see you using it at all, and this set is the Lone Star set. Massive said that this was supposed to be a set based around using a shotgun, but I really don't understand why. The set bonuses are really random too. Like, the 2 set bonus is 100% ammo capacity, which is basically pointless because if you actually focus on picking up ammo from enemies you kill, you won't run out, and you can always go to a safe house to get ammo even if you do. And the 3 set bonus just gives you like a measly 1000 LMG damage and 1000 shotgun damage, which isn't very good because, I assure you that using 3 set Striker again is way more beneficial in terms of damage because, 20% enemy armor damage and 50% critical hit damage just completely shits all over 100% ammo capacity and 1000 LMG damage, and that's not even mentioning the 4 set of Striker. So, and then the 4 set of the Lone Star set is basically just when you holster your weapon, you get 100% ammo or your ammo refills itself, which then in turn makes the 2 set bonus entirely pointless because if you just holster your weapon and you get all your ammo back, why would you need extra ammo capacity if you essentially have unlimited ammo? This set really confuses me because why would anybody in their right mind use a set based around shotguns when they aren't getting any extra survivability, which you basically need, or otherwise you'll just be getting melted by enemies, or any extra damage. It doesn't make any sense. Come on, man. Like, I honestly would rather use Path of the Nomad than this set, and that's really saying something because at least Path of the Nomad has scavenging, and I don't even remember what the 4 set is. You get like a random full health thing. It's kind of shit, but the 3 set, you know, extra health on kill, that's not terrible. This is actually terrible. Honestly, I think they really need to rework this because, like, completely, because there's seriously no point in them spending time and effort to make a whole set and then have nobody in the game use it. I really do appreciate their creativity, and I like that they're thinking outside of the box, but with some of these sets, it just makes me feel like the developers don't even play the game or something. Like, it just really doesn't... Ammo and LMG and shotgun damage, only 1,000? Like, come on, man. Just nobody has any reason to use that. Clearly, Striker's Battlegear, Sentry's Call, etc. are way more viable than these sets, and that just makes them basically trash, basically deconstructed materials. I don't know, hopefully the devs see this and they realize that it is a problem. Hopefully other YouTubers talk about it. I'm just not too hopeful in that regard because Path of the Nomad has basically been like that ever since 1.1 came out, and they haven't said anything about nobody using it. But then again, Path of the Nomad can be used, kind of. I mean, if you don't have anything else, it's kind of decent. So there's another reason that they might think about this, because these are actually have no reason, like, at all to use them unless you're doing some type of glitch or something like that. But anyways, we'll see how it goes, and we can basically just hope for the best, hope that everything gets fixed. I do trust Massive, and I really do hope that they realize this and they're like, oh shit, we made a mistake, and they change it, because this is seriously fucked. But anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please drop a like and subscribe for videos similar to this one. Later, guys.